Welcome back to another episode of Parenting in Progress. I'm Korey.
I'm Jordan.
And we're the Welches. Welcome back to another episode. It's a dreary, cold, rainy, sleety. I haven't seen any snow yet today, but it's not a very enjoyable day here at the Welch household.
We're stuck inside after being able to be outside for the last couple of days.
Actually, mainly the whole week. This whole last week had been pretty decent. Start of the week was a little chilly, but it warmed up. Last couple of days, it's been near 70 degrees, which has been awesome. Spring is on its way, but today the wintry mix is still hanging around. So, and I think there's actually another chance. I think it's just rain Wednesday. So it's not going to be a very fun outside playful week.
Is it bad that I'm hoping that we get a late start tomorrow or something?
I think most teachers probably think that. The parents don't, but the teachers do. So I think, you always want a snow day. Depending on if it's a little bit of ice, a little bit of sleet, a half an inch of snow, does not matter to Jordan. She just wants a snow day. And when she doesn't get one, let me tell you what, get out of her way. She's a little ticked off.
Yeah. I mean, I love snow days because you get paid. You don't have to show up to work. I get to spend all day with Karlee. It's a win-win-win. It's March now. So we're getting to the end of not having any snow days, and we're just going to have to suck it up and finish the school year out. So if I have one little more chance of something, I'll take anything. I'll take a late start. I'll take a snow day. I'll take whatever. I'll take an early release. I don't care.
Odds are we do get some snowstorms in the March timeframe. It's a little less common, but we have had some pretty decent ones in March in years past. So you can't ever count it out. Once we start hitting April, your snow days are pretty limited.
I think we only had 2 this year.
It's not bad.
I'd like to use up the whole 8 or 9 that they have saved.
A lot of our snow came on weekends, so
Yes.
you kind of didn't get the very good benefit, or you probably would be close to that 6-ish days probably.
Yeah, 2 of the main storms came on weekends. How dare they? Anywho.
Well, let's dive in. Karlee's new word of the week. Look.
Look.
Mama, look. Daddy, look. Look. I don't know where she got it from.
I don't know either. And I mean, she's using it appropriately. Like she's doing something or she's wanting us to see something and she's getting our attention by look. It's kind of cute.
She's also increased her manners a little bit. She's gotten better at her manners. She says please a little bit more. She says thank you pretty much every time anymore.
And it's so cute. You give her something. Thank you.
She hasn't figured out you're welcome or anything like that. If she hands you something, it's still thank you. It's like you say welcome. You're welcome. So she hasn't figured out that word, but thank you. She's gotten down pat.
Yeah, and the other new thing that she's been saying is, please have it back. So Dad likes to mess with her a lot more than Mom does. And you'll mess with her, take something from her to get her stirred up. And she will say, please have it back. I don't know if she learned that at daycare or...
I don't know, but she looks at me, those little puppy dog eyes too, like, you took it from me. Can I please have back? And I'm like, yes. Now, there's other things that she'll take, let's say like the remote or something she shouldn't have. She'll be like, can I have back? I'm like, no, sorry. But if I'm messing with her or anything like that, yeah. If she asks really nicely like that, I'll do it to encourage that behavior. Most of the time, it's not a big deal. I'm just kind of messing with her.
The behavior part of the special education teacher side of me, when you were trying to honor it to encourage that behavior, I'm like, yes. doing all the right things.
Well, number one, it's hard to. It's hard to look at her when she says it properly and she's looking at you like, I just want it back. And most of the time, it really doesn't matter of what I've taken anyway. And I think she gets enough stuff taken from daycare, from the quote unquote bullies from daycare. They're not really, shouldn't really have any bullies, but yeah, it's getting harder and harder.
I know. She's so sweet. Her other manner that she's saying is, excuse me. If she was walking by somewhere and either bumped into me or was just trying to walk past, I've heard her a couple times say, excuse me.
Well, Karlee has learned one of her words early on was, I farted. And we've tried to change that to toot, and she kind of says it both a little bit, more fart than toot, because fart's a funnier word, obviously. But anyway, we've been trying to teach her a little bit whenever she does toot, that it's like, excuse me, trying to teach her a little bit of mannerism there, because she knows when she does it. And when she does it and she gets your attention, she tries to do it more. And I'm afraid at some point she's just going to crap her pants. She hasn't done that yet, but I'm kind of afraid that because she'll push, she'll get red in the face just to try to get you to be like, Karlee, was that you? I find it.
Yeah, and who taught her that? You.
I don't think you have any proof of that. But anyway, we're trying to get her to say, excuse me. One of her weird sayings that she has, and she's had it for a little while. I don't think we've talked about it on here. She says, vacuum hurt me.
Vacuum hurt you?
Vacuum hurt you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a twofold deal that we're going to unpack, because she doesn't like electronically motorized stuff like the vacuum or robot vacuum, anything that's kind of loud. She just doesn't really like around the house. And she's scared of it. Oh, she has a little motorized car downstairs that you sit in. It's got a couple of joysticks, makes each wheel go. She hates that stuff. She's scared of it, and she'll tell you she's scared of it. And no matter how many times we've told her, vacuum doesn't hurt you, she still thinks it hurts her, and she's still scared of it.
Yeah, and it started with the vacuum. And then I feel like we've been piecing together more things to get the idea of like the motorized things she doesn't like. She used to not be afraid of our Tinko, and now she runs out of the kitchen with that. She used to like watching me vacuum. Doesn't want anything to do with it now. There's a robot toy that she used to love, and now she doesn't like. So yeah, it's these motorized things, and I don't know where that came from. And she has said, scare me.
I think first off, when they move, when nobody touches it, it freaks her out. She doesn't know why it's doing it, how it's doing it. It's like she thinks it's a ghost or possessed or something. It's crazy. Yeah, she has not liked that. We keep telling her anymore. I just say, yep, vacuum, suck your toes off, break it out of the way.
Yeah. It's at that point.
She doesn't know what to say either. She's
No,
like, oh, okay.
There's times when I go and get her in the morning or from nap time, and we walk by the office because that's where the robot vacuum is. Vacuum hurt you? No, the vacuum's not going to hurt you. It's been downstairs before when we've been downstairs. So every time we talk about going downstairs, vacuum hurt you? No, it's not going to hurt you. So I think it's just a phase. So we're trying to not try to discourage the fact that she's scared of it, but just try to help her, show her that it's not going to hurt you. It's okay.
Well, the weird part is she says it right when she wakes up from nap and from overnight sleep. Like when you go get her, vacuum hurt you. Vacuum hurt you. It's like, Karlee, the vacuum isn't even going. Like the vacuum hasn't even been turned on. I used to scare her once in a while because I'd make a noise like a vacuum, and she thought that it was the vacuum coming after her, and she'd run over to mom and, no, daddy. No.
Yeah, you're not helping the situation. You're just making it worse.
Well, that's a dad thing. You just you got to be tough on them a little bit and be like, hey, nothing to worry about. Quit being a little chicken and you're just fine. But I think she's figured out my noise now because she doesn't get scared of it anymore. See, I'm toughening her up. I mean, who's scared of a vacuum, for crying out loud, other than a dog or a cat?
I mean, I could see the robot one being a little, freaky, but not the normal one. I used to have to save vacuuming for when she was awake because she loved just sitting there watching me. She liked the light on the front of it.
Yeah, and that's the weird part is she liked it, and then now she doesn't like it. So don't know where that all went wrong, but
We'll get through it.
yeah, someday she'll get enough courage. She'll get over it. We had daycare on and off this week. We did not have daycare on Wednesday.
Yep, she was sick on Wednesday.
So daycare lady was sick. Karlee ended up going to Grandma and Papa's. And then the next day she went back to daycare because daycare lady must just ate something wrong or something. She felt a lot better. So she was able to have daycare that day. And then Friday, she ended up letting us know late, which wasn't a big problem. It was about 6:30 in the morning or so. Letting us know, hey, can't make it. Sorry for the late notice. Okay, no big deal. So then it becomes a scramble at 6:30 in the morning of who's going to watch her. We had already asked my parents. That was Wednesday night in case the babysitter was sick again that day. Kind of had plans in place, take her over there and they could watch her. They missed out on that. And then they actually had plans Friday, so we couldn't go back to them. So Dad got elected to be daddy daycare for a day this week.
I know. And, I could have asked my mom again, but I also feel like, I don't want to use it. Like we have days to use as well. It is our daughter. It is our responsibility. We are super grateful and thankful for the help that they give us. And, she's not sick. So I'm okay sending her to the grandparents when she is sick. Of course, I want to stay with her or have you stay with her just if she's not feeling well. But yeah, Korey got elected daddy daycare. And I could have, and I wanted to because it was a Friday and who wants to go to work on a Friday? But when it was the late notice, it would have taken me a lot of time to try to figure out all my sub plans, especially when I probably wouldn't have got a sub. There was a lot of people out Thursday and Friday. So yeah, it was nice. I think it was good for you two to have a day together. I think you liked it.
It was fun. We had eggs for breakfast. We ended up watching, I don't know, one of her two movies she likes. She likes the Lorax and she likes Pets. Other than that, she doesn't like anything.
Secret Life of Pets. She calls it Pets, but.
Yes. So we watched one of those, had some eggs for breakfast, and then we played upstairs a little bit, and then we went and played in her room for a little while, and then we even went downstairs. By then, it was starting to get to be time to cook some lunch. So she had some of her bagel bites. Can't remember what I ate. Oh, yeah, I had some box Chinese, frozen box Chinese. It was pretty good. We ate and then had to put her down for her little nap. And that was a moment that I took to soak in. I don't know if I've ever really truly just soaked in a moment just fully. I mean, you have graduation, you have your wedding, you have all these different big life-changing events. For some reason, like I soaked them in, but I didn't soak them in like something like this. I don't know why. It's a different level. But what I was soaking in is rocking Karlee to sleep. I used to rock her to sleep all the time. When she was a little baby, Dad and Karlee went in the chair over there in the living room and we rocked and she fell asleep all the time. And it just all of a sudden hit you when she fell asleep finally. I mean, we sung some songs. She even sang with Dad and she finally went to sleep and Dad realized, you know what? It's been a really long time since I got to rock her to sleep. It just was. And you can't help but thinking, okay, how many more times is this? I mean, she's already 2. Heck, by the time she's 5, we ain't rocking her to sleep anymore. So it just really made you think and you just really soaked it in. It was really good. And it wasn't a long soak in. It might have been 5 minutes, something like that. I mean, I had some stuff I needed to get done for work because I technically took a half a day. So I needed to get on the iPad and do some things as well. And I know she doesn't sleep just great as you're rocking her. Not anymore. Not like she used to. She used to just pass out and she just would be gone. But anymore, she sleeps better in her bed than she does on us, which I get it. She's bigger. The bed's more comfortable than us. It's got a pillow, those types of things. So, but anyway, about 5 minutes soaking that in and put her to bed. She woke up about a half an hour before Jordan got off work. She had a really good nap, about an hour and a half nap, which was good for her. And then we had a little bit of a snack, watched a little more TV, waited for Mom to get home, and then we all went to the big park.
Yeah, she had so much fun at the park. It was so nice out that day.
Yeah, and the local kids didn't have school, apparently. There was quite a few little kids there, but local school didn't have school. Jordan obviously did because she had to go. But it was a beautiful day. She loved going down the slides. She even went down a couple slides by herself. Pretty big curved slides, that spiral down. She loved it.
Yeah, she's gotten into kind of a weird park thing. I don't even know how to explain it. We have a very small little playground like right across the street from our house. And she used to want to go down the slides and climb up and swing and do all these other things. And lately she hasn't really wanted to do that. She's just kind of walking around, like kind of exploring, as I would call it, which is fine. Like I want her to, be able to do what she wants to do. But I would encourage her, like, do you want to go down the slide? No. Do you want to swing? No. Do you want to do whatever? No. Okay. And in the last couple weeks, we've been to one of the parks in the town that I work in after school, and kind of the same thing there. Didn't really want to go down the slides. Didn't want to swing. Really wasn't playing at this playground. And I'm like, whatever, child, we're here. It's not like I'm not trying. But the big park here in town, the last couple times that we've gone, she has really seemed to enjoy it. They have like the little ride-on things. There's a zebra and a turtle, and she goes back and forth between those all the time. They have a little sand pit. She likes to climb up the playground. I basically have to say, okay, we're going down the slide. Come on. And she likes it. But I don't know. She's just in a weird little park phase.
You were a little afraid of sending her down the one by herself.
Oh, yeah, I was.
I knew she'd be fine. It's not like she's just a heavy sandbag who's going to fly out the side of it. I mean, it's got like 2 turns and that's it. So she loved it. She went down it. She didn't want to do it again, though, which was odd, even though she giggled and liked it. The other thing that I noticed there, she is very protective of her zebra and turtle that she rides on.
Oh, for sure.
And if some other kid is riding one of those, she wants that one. I want that one. I want to go ride on that one. It's like, Karlee, no, we can when they're done with it. And then even when they're done with it, she still wants to go over there and make sure, hey, turtle, you okay? Zebra, you doing good? Yeah, we're still buds.
Yeah. And I'm not kidding you. We'll be on one for less than a minute and she'll want to go to the other. And I just let her. I'm like, I'm not going to tell you no. Like, if that's what you want to do, go for it, as long as you're playing. But yeah, we've had conversations of, no, Karlee, you had your turn. It's this little kid's turn now. And when they're done, then you can have your turn back. So just trying to put those little things out there for her. Even we do have to take turns at the park as well. But I'm glad that you got to have the day with her. I'm glad that I didn't have to spend, I don't know how much time getting schedules switched and lesson plans switched on a Friday. So I'm thankful that we're both able to do it.
Yeah. And back to the grandpa piece, or grandparents piece, we don't really just send her over there for the day unless we're doing something. I mean, we don't. There'll be a time where maybe she wants to go visit them and you got to go drop her off and whatever. And maybe she has sleepover or whatnot. But I think, it's a day for them to have alone with her. And I think they take it every chance they can get. But like you say, we don't want to make it a habit. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt for them. And we don't want that because that's our pain in the butt. So
yeah,
I had plenty of days to give and I'm just like, you know what? I'll do it. Doesn't matter. Not a big deal. My job's flexible enough. I can do something like that. So worked out great.
Yeah. And I mean, it all comes down to she's our top priority. So work comes second. We need to get her taken care of first. And then whatever else happens after that happens. But yeah, when I asked my mom on Wednesday, she texted me back. She's like, hang on, let me see what I got going on today. And then within like 2 minutes, she's like, yes, I can. Like, they're always excited. I know your parents were kind of bummed that they couldn't watch her on Thursday or Friday. So we go back and forth with them as well, try to keep it fair. And, everyone wants to see her. And don't get me wrong, I want to be off work too, but I know that I will like to save my days for when she's sick or whatever. If I'm sick.
It was warm enough the other day. We got bubbles out. First time this year to getting bubbles out. It was beautiful. Dad had to do a little maintenance on the bubble machines, but they all worked so far. Her new little car she got doesn't work that great, so Dad needs to figure out what the deal is there, but it did not work very good yesterday for some reason. I don't know why, but not a big deal.
We'll get it figured out. But yeah, she's into bubbles. She actually saw the machines in the kitchen because we had to bring them in because it was cold, warm yesterday, cold today, and didn't want them to freeze or anything. And I heard her, and I know you heard her in the kitchen. She goes, I want to do bubbles. And I was about to say, we can't do bubbles right now. It's too cold. All of a sudden we hear, and she turns it on, and there's bubbles in the kitchen for about 10 seconds. But that was funny.
It was like, Karlee, not inside. We can do this outside or even in the garage. We're not going to do it inside. Man, that would be a mess. Yes. So we're starting to get out some spring toys a little bit. Like I said, it's been feeling pretty good. Jordan and Karlee were down by the garden on their little backyard nature walk. They were discussing to see what we were going to plant in the garden. Did you two finally figure out the plans of the garden for 2026?
Well, her top wish, I guess you would call it, is green grapes. So I've said, Karlee, I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, but we probably can't plant green grapes. But I tell her, like, what about cucumbers? Yeah, cucumbers. I said, what about peppers? Peppers. Tomatoes.
Green peppers.
Yes, she did say green peppers.
Because Dad came out. I think Dad was taking a shower. We had Karlee's great-grandparents' birthday was yesterday. And so we celebrated it yesterday. And went out and ate and had a good time. And Dad had to take a shower, came out, and I said, Karlee, what'd you decide to plant? Green peppers. Okay, green peppers. Good thing we're decently good at raising green peppers. We can do that. Mm-hmm. Don't know if she'll eat a single one. Probably not, but hey, we're doing it.
I know. Now that it's March and it's getting nicer out, you get a little bit of that itch to nice weather, growing things, planting things, and don't tell Korey, but we got more chalk on the way in our Walmart order today.
I seen you guys were scribbling out on the patio, which I'm looking out now, and there's even some puddles over there in the parking lot. So that's just probably getting washed down into the yard again. Mother Nature's eraser.
When we got her chalk last year, and when I was at my parents this week picking her up, they had chalk, and it was really bright and really colorful. I'm like, what kind of chalk is this? And I figured out it's Crayola, like very bold colors versus the really dull stuff she has. So I found it at Walmart, like $3. I'm like, yep, add it to the cart. We need new chalk anyway.
Speaking of chalk, I don't think it was chalk. I think it was some sort of marker. Didn't I send you something on Facebook the other day where it was some marker where they drew on the walls and the window seals and you just wipe it off? But it's like really bright and colorful, but they just wipe it off.
Is that the silky crayons?
I don't know.
Well, you sent me something and I looked into it, and they were called silky crayons. And it talked about how, the regular crayons, they don't have a lot of color. I mean, Crayola is the way to go. No rose art, crazy art, any of those junks. Like, teachers do not want those. But some of them, they just don't have a lot of color, and it's hard to see the color for the kids. And so it showed how these silky crayons or whatever went on smooth, and they were really vibrant colors. But they're kind of expensive. So I thought I'll wait to see if they go on sale, and maybe that might be a Easter basket thing.
Yeah, I just seen them. I didn't know if anybody had those. We're like, oh, you just wipe it off. I'm like, is it really that easy? I don't know if I'd trust those things to just draw on. Like, it was like a wooded window seal they drew on and
wiped it off.
Yeah, she just had like a little diaper wipe and just wiped it off, and it came off. I'm like, I don't know if I'd test that.
No, I'd probably just stick to paper. But it did say they kind of smear a little bit, so we would probably have to have wipes close by to wipe hands off. But I'm going to do a little bit more digging because they look kind of fun.
Well, Jordan and I and Karlee, we've got a trip coming up in a couple weeks. So I think in our next episode, we'll talk about how we're kind of preparing for that and seeing what we're all going to take. Probably too much as always, because we've talked that we're overpackers. But we do have a short little weekend trip over to Colorado to see some family. So that'll be a good one. So stay tuned next week for that. But this is all we've got for you today.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening to Parenting in Progress. If you like what you heard and you're listening to us on YouTube, please go ahead, like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. If you're listening to us on other platforms, go ahead, give us a follow and a rating. We truly appreciate it. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.